Hi, everybody. It's Sandra from the Funky Pickle Thrifter. So good to see you. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, welcome back. So the other day I was at a little antique store and I picked up some really pretty pieces of sterling silver jewelry that I wanted to share with everybody. And I figured while I was at it, I would show you some more jewelry pieces. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and stick around. Let's have a look at some really pretty sterling silver jewelry. Thanks for coming, everybody. So let's start today by talking a little bit about silver. I think most people know silver is very rarely found as nuggets or big pieces, rather it is mined. After that, it's subjected to a complex refining process to separate it from the other metals it's typically found with, commonly lead, zinc, copper, and/or nickel. Basically, once the rock is extracted, it's pulverized into a sand-like substance and it's heated through a process called smelting. Smelting has been around since the Bronze Age. So we can't really talk about silver without just quickly mentioning Taxco. So Taxco is a small town. It's near Mexico City. Of course, it's in Mexico. Silver has been mined there since the 1500s. Now there's many generations of wonderful artisans in Taxco. Taxco jewelry really exploded on the scene in the 1920s in a big way. And it's still very popular today, as you likely know. We can usually tell which jewelry has been made in Taxco because a lot of times it says Taxco on it, but sometimes there's a series of letters and numbers. So if you see a T, that usually stands for Taxco, and it is followed up by an initial, and that initial is the first name usually of the artisan, sometimes the last name, followed by a dash and a number. That number is called the registration number, and a lot of times you can look up on the internet exactly who that artisan is. Sometimes it's hard to get information on some of the older pieces of jewelry, though. So let's have a look at the haul I just got the other day, along with some other pieces that I think you're really going to enjoy. Thanks again for coming, everybody, so much. Let's have a look at some really pretty jewelry. So almost all of the jewelry I buy, I get at thrift stores and yard sales. I don't usually pay more than $1 or $2, but the other day I was in a little town and I stopped in a little old antique store. And I got all of the following pieces for $5 each. So first up, we have these sterling silver earrings. They're marked right here. So they're marked $9.25. $9.25 is a really standard mark that you see. So just put a decimal point and it would be 92.5% silver. So you don't usually make jewelry out of 100% silver because that would be too soft and it wouldn't be sturdy enough. But I love these little girls. Now, these are not antique. These are just made to look antique. And some nice gold plating there. Aren't these beautiful? Lovely marcasites, nice and shiny. Next, I got this sweet guy. Look at his feet. I love the detailing in his feet. I guess this is an antelope. But this looks like this might be from the 40s or so. Now, there are some remnants of marks here that have worn away with time. But I did test this, and it is sterling silver. I think he's really adorable. I love critter jewelry. Some great coral, turquoise, and onyx in there. It looks like there's a little bit of missing silver right there. I don't know if that happened when the silversmith was making it or not. But that's pretty adorable, isn't it? So this guy had a lot of trays with silver, and some of the trays said $10, some said $15, some said $5. So I just made a pile of stuff, and then at the end we came up with a price, and that's how I ended up paying $5 each for these. It was actually $5 and change. So this is a beautiful Art Deco style ring. This is not from the period. This is a newer piece. You can see right there, this is marked JQA and Lind, and there's your $9.25. This is beautiful, isn't it? I need to clean this up a little bit, but I've actually been enjoying wearing this one a lot. That's a great sterling silver ring. So this Donald Duck stick pin is one of my favorite things in life. Look at him. He's all kinds of articulated. His arms move, his body moves, his legs move too. Isn't he fun? Yeah, this is great. This has some nice age to it. And he is just a blast and a half. He'd be a lot of fun to wear because he would just jiggle around on your shirt. This is great, and there's always a collector's market for Walt Disney items or Disney characters. That's a great Donald Duck sterling silver stick pin. Here's a beautiful vintage pin. I love this pin. Now this is likely raw pyrite, so there would be no two alike, that's for sure. I love this very delicate sterling around the sides. Isn't that pretty? What a nice little pin. And it is marked sterling right there. Let's see if we can zoom it in. It says sterling, and then there's the remnants of the end of a word. I'm not sure what that says, but I love this one. This is really beautiful. I know raw pyrite like this was used in the Victorian times in jewelry also, but I don't think this one is that old, unless this part right here is a replacement, but I don't think it is. This is just a lovely little pin. So I also bought this turquoise ring. Now I think this is very interesting. I just love the colors in this one. So I'm not a big turquoise expert, but I believe turquoise is usually named after where it was found. Most turquoise is found in Arizona and the Midwest in this country. And it is marked sterling right there. Of course, it's always upside down. Okay. So there is a little bit of kind of schmutzy stuff right there that I have to get off. That's not glue or anything like that. I just have to clean that. There was a little bit of that on the inside too, which I already took care of. But I think that's really a beautiful ring. This is likely a man's ring, but I would wear this. I love this. And for $5 and change, not bad, right? I love that one. So I also bought this little pin from him. Look at this, just a single stem rose. Very sweet. It is marked Thailand inside, I think, and $9.25. Hopefully you can see that. Isn't that pretty? This is so delicate. That's really a girly one. I love that. It's kind of a nice long stem on that too. Isn't that pretty? Pretty details. Little leaves right there. That's lovely. So I also got this little bar pin. I love bar pins. This one is actually very pretty. And I think this is sterling. There's a patent number right there. You can see it's from November 24th, 1908. I'm not sure. I'll have to test this one. What I really like about this one is this hinge that's sort of all hidden like that. I love that. And I also really like this catch too. Isn't that kind of cool? Anyway, I'm a sucker for a good bar pin, and I think this one's really, really pretty. So I got these awesome Modernist Cufflinks. And let's see where the mark is here. Okay, so there's our Taxco mark, EAB. That's how you could find out who this artisan is. And I think that other thing right here, I keep seeing that all the time. I think that's an eagle. I think that's supposed to be an eagle, right? Well, these are very beautiful cufflinks. I love the tarnish on them, and I love this sort of swirly part here. Beautiful. These are great mid-century cufflinks. How much fun are these? I love these. Not sure what that says. RPO, maybe? That's hard to read. Well, these are, of course, the dramatic comedy tragedy masks. Then I got these little pierced earrings. How cute are they? Little cat faces. And I don't know if I would be able to show you the mark, but they are sterling. Aren't those cute? You know, people collect cats like crazy. I think I'm going to put these up on my eBay page. I do love these though. So cute. And I also got this interesting ring. Look at this cat. I love his tail. Isn't that great? And he almost sort of has like an Egyptian look to him, doesn't he? Let's see if we can really get in on that face. How cute is he? Yeah, this is great. How unusual is that? What a great ring. I love stick pins, and I think this one's really exquisite. Look at that pearl and those marcasites. It is marked 925. Let's see if I could find it and show it to you. Yeah, Hopefully you can see it. It's right there. See it? Anyway, it's probably upside down, but it is marked. This is lovely. I guess this is a, is that a daffodil? How pretty is that? Another really girly one. Beautiful stick pin. Yeah, that's lovely. So I love finding Morpho butterfly jewelry. Now, I don't think this one is sterling. At least the pendant isn't. The chain is, though, and I actually love this link. It's just a very simple link. And it is marked sterling. I'll show it to you right there. Isn't that a pretty link? It's very simple, but I really like it. So the Morpho butterfly wing is very iridescent, and it's been placed behind here, and then this really nicely domed glass. You can even see it there. It's been painted from the other side, which is nice, so the paint won't scrape off. That's called reverse painting. And then that wing is just put behind it, made to look like the sky. But wait, there's more. This is what I liked about it. It's reversible with, what? A pink flamingo. How fantastic is that? I've never seen Morpho wing jewelry that featured a pink flamingo before, so I was very excited to get this for $5. You can see there the wing is acting as water that he's standing in, and also the sky. Yeah, that one's lovely. Nice, beautifully high domed glass. So that happened. That's pretty, right? And here's another Morpho butterfly wing necklace that I got. I think this is sterling. I'll have to test it. I didn't see any marks on it, but it sure looks like sterling. But I've never seen one before that had 3 pendants on it, 3 heart-shaped pendants. How pretty. When you move it a little bit, there's just a lot of reflection on that wing. It sure looks like sterling to me. It might be marked. I actually have to take a closer look at it. I just bought all this stuff a couple of days ago. I love that one. Pretty, right? Okay, so I think that's it for what I bought from that antique store. But if I find any more, I will point it out to you. Anyhow, I got these last summer. These are really interesting mod sterling silver earrings. And they're marked GW right there. And there's the 925. So you may notice right away that they're really thick and really big. And they seem like they'd be really heavy. And they are a little bit heavy, but they're not super, super heavy. And the reason for that is I believe there is wax inside of these. And I think that is how they would keep earrings like this a little bit lighter. GW, this is a company that is in Israel. I thought these were really odd and wonderful, and that's why I bought these. These I did get in a Goodwill, but I think these may have been like 10 or 15. Yeah, I don't think these were $1 or anything, because, you know, they know what 925 means. Those are beautiful though, right? Cool modernist clip-on earrings, I think. So this amazing bracelet I did get in a thrift store. It was in a little church thrift store, and I paid $1 for this. Now, this one is pretty amazing. Look at these panels. Each one has a hinge. It's kind of got a swirly mod look to it, right? So let's open it up. This is called a box clasp. And let's see what our marking is in here. Where are you, Mark? There you are. Okay. That says 925 Mexico. Isn't that a cool item? And look, it goes down flat like this. I just love the articulation on this one. And I love that it's delicate, but this is really a great kind of conversation starter bracelet. It's just so different. Yeah, that's a great vintage silver bracelet. So here's another bracelet that I got for $1 somewhere. This is just incredible. There's the mark, sterling right there. This one looks very 20s to me. This is sterling and marcasite, but I just love the construction on this one also. This has been worn a lot. It just has that wonderful feel to it. It's nice and smooth, and I love the kind of the curvature there. So take a look at the clasp. This is called a fold-over clasp, and this is kind of a fancy one. It's nice and wide. That's what the clasp looks like. How beautiful is this bracelet? Yeah, that's great. Here's a very interesting ring, as you can see. And there is an eagle mark right there. I think I tried to figure out who this was, and I couldn't figure it out. But I do love this ring a lot. So that's a nice little piece of turquoise right there. And this stone right here is gold stone. Let me see if I can zoom it in. So gold stone is neither gold nor stone. It is glass, and it undergoes some sort of a process to put those flecks in there. They're not gold flecks, they're just gold colored flecks. I love the look of gold stone though. There are some markings. They're really worn away. But isn't that a cool sort of mod, brutalist looking ring? It's very different, right? This is definitely not everybody's cup of tea, but it's my cup of tea. I love this ring. What do you think about these incredible earrings? Aren't these beautiful? I love these. These were a yard sale find, believe it or not. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So you may notice that this stone looks an awful lot like opal. It is not. This is art glass, and this is called Dragon's Breath. You can see as I move this in the light, you can really see a lot of flecks of that purple, those bluish hues. So a few characteristics of Dragon's Breath glass. First of all, it started being made in the early 1900s. It is always cabochon cut, which it's not faceted. See, it's nice and smooth. They're flat back. They don't have foil in the back. You can see these do not. And they do look like opals. Aren't these beautiful? So these are sterling silver, and my camera is not doing these justice at all. I wish you were here, and I wish you could hold these in your hand. They're really fascinating. You could just sort of sit here in the light and play with them because they are just really breathtakingly beautiful. So these are awesome earrings, and these were a yard sale find. So this too was a yard sale find, and I don't know why this stone is so matte. If anybody knows what kind of stone that is, please let me know. I'm just curious about that one. And there's the mark, sterling. It says RB. Now we could look up who that is. I love this link too. Isn't that great? Spring ring clasp. I love this one. That's a great necklace. How beautiful is this brooch? Isn't that beautiful? So this company is called Carl Art. So Carl Art was around from the mid-30s to the mid-70s, I believe. And they were based, like many jewelry companies, in Providence, Rhode Island. That was really sort of the capital of jewelry manufacturing in the United States back in the day. This is just so incredibly beautiful. It's in perfect condition. And yeah, I don't think this has ever been worn or anything like that. It's always so great to get these in their original boxes too. That's a beautiful pin. So here's a beautiful silver necklace. And these are just sterling silver beads. This is called liquid silver. There are actually little turquoise beads here too. That's a really beautiful little necklace. I'm not sure who this is. Let's take a look at what their logo looks like. I guess that looks like a sun with rays coming out. Is that what that is? Not sure. But that's a really pretty liquid silver necklace. Here's another liquid silver necklace. So this one is much more, it's much more better. I love the construction on this one. It's feeling very smooth, 925. Now, I don't know who this is. I actually have a few pieces. Is that CGI or something? What is that? Somebody will tell me what that is, please. And this is lovely. Isn't that pretty? So this was a yard sale find. Very pretty. I love the way this one is constructed too. I just love this color. Yeah, so I'll just lay it out. I think it's a little bit easier to see this way. That's a great necklace right there. Here's another very pretty liquid silver necklace. I love this because it has these sort of things hanging down here so that there would be some nice movement. And this one, I think, is marked the same. Oh, Yeah, no, maybe not. Okay, sterling with those sun rays. Okay. This is very beautiful too. We'll take a look at it like this. It's a lot easier to see, right? Isn't that so lovely? Yeah, that's great. Love it. So here's another liquid silver necklace. This is beautiful, again with the feather motif, and I've heard this referred to as a bear claw, and I've also heard people call this a bear paw. This is a really nice piece too. How nice is that? This one feels nice and smooth. It's marked 925 right there. And there's that same company that I can't read. And here's what this one looks like in all of its glory. That's a really beautiful sterling silver necklace also. I love this lion head. Isn't this awesome? So this kind of has this, you know, made for a man kind of look to it, but I would definitely wear this. I actually have worn this. One thing that I think makes it look like that too is this chain right here. So this is sterling. Now the chain is newer, and we know that because of that lobster claw clasp, which was patented in the mid-1990s. I don't think this originally came on this chain, so I think this lion's head is probably from the 70s or the 60s. And it is marked. It's very kind of worn away, but it is marked right there. This is sterling. He's got a lot of personality, right? I love that one. Here was an inexpensive yard sale find, believe it or not. Look at that beautiful inlay. This may be Zuni. This is a beautiful bracelet. Now this does test for silver, but it's not marked. It is, however, sort of etched in back there. Let's see if we can zoom in on that and I can show you what I mean. I think that says Joey back there, but that's probably just the name of the kid who wore it or the person who wore it. I don't know. But this is a really beautiful bracelet, and this was very inexpensive, and I think the reason is because it is unmarked. Really pretty item, however. And then it came with the matching ring. What I love is how sort of skinny this is. Just a really pretty shape, isn't it? Let's see if we can get it to focus in here. Isn't that lovely? Nice double band here. And this one says VJ on the back. It's just etched in. Huh, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really done a lot of research on this set. Really pretty though, right? Beautiful ring. Beautiful cuff bracelet too. Very delicate. These are awesome. I mean, who doesn't like a puppy dog in a basket? I know I do. Really cute item. There's the sterling mark right there. Isn't he cute? I thought this was really fun. I think I found this one last summer at a thrift store. I think it was $1 or $2. That's really fun. This is awesome. I love this one. This was a yard sale find. Yep, and this one is marked 800. Right, so this one is only 80% silver. And this has a lovely trombone clasp. Sometimes you find these trombone clasps on better pieces. That's how it works. That will hold that pen nice and secure. Wow, that one has a lot of personality, right? So I don't know if this is Aztec or Mayan or Incan. I'm not really sure, but it is probably one of those. That's a very cool item. Here's some gorgeous earrings. Look at that beautiful abalone shell inlay. Beautiful little button earrings. And I think these are signed somewhere. Want to see if we can get it? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, wow, that's really cut off, but you can see the L-I-N-G for sterling. Who knows what that middle part says. This may be Taxco, it may not. These were a yard sale find. Beautiful. Don't you love the patina or the tarnish on there? Gives it a lot of personality, right? So I was thinking these were maybe from the 40s or 50s, but I don't know. You know, now that I look at them, they might be 60s or 70s. We'll take a look at the signature here. It's kind of hard to read, but it says sterling, AJ. It's a really cool curly Q looking design. I like these a lot. I wonder if there's a way to convert these to pierced. They're awfully heavy, you know. Sometimes pierced earrings don't really work well when they're heavy. Pretty items though. Here's a sweet little necklace. How much do you love this? And this is clearly signed Star Art Sterling. So that was a company that existed from the 40s to the 80s. There's a very strong collector's market for this name brand, and you can see why. Yeah, this is just a beautiful necklace. Look how pretty that is. Don't you love that one? I do. Here's a pretty little Fiori pendant. This is glass, of course. In one of my other videos, I show a little video on how this is made. You should go back and watch some of my old videos if you want to learn about old jewelry. There's lots of great information. It's a really sweet item, I think. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's lovely. So a lot of people collect sun face jewelry. This has a real cool look to it, right? It's marked sterling. See it back there? It's upside down, but it says sterling 925. How cute is this? So this is, of course, anthropomorphic, which means they put a human face on something that isn't human, like the sun, for example. I really like this bracelet. This was a yard sale find, and this one has a lot of very nice weight to it. You can see it's nice and thick. It's also nice and heavy. Nice heavy piece of silver. Here is a beautiful old bracelet. Look at this abalone shell. Yeah, I love this one. I love the curvature on the back. I love the construction. This is a beautiful bracelet. So you can see it was made in Mexico. ICM is the designer. I don't know who that is. But this one's really a wow, I think. Wow, that shell is just so beautifully colored. Isn't that nice? What a beautiful item. Love this. How fun are these little guys? Look at these. Totally articulated. Their arms are articulated. Their legs fly around. Isn't that cute? I guess these are little clowns or something. Really super fun pierced earrings. I love these. I'm sorry my lighting isn't so great on these. You can't really see how cute they are, but they really are. Take a look at the construction back here. Yeah, these are adorable. Yard sale finds. Really, really cute though. So here's some beautiful earrings. Some malachites in here, and also yeah, these feathers. So these earrings have lots and lots of movement. They're wonderfully patinaed, and they are sterling LB. I don't know who LB is. Probably a well-known artisan. These are so great. Yeah, these are really beautiful earrings. So this one too is a yard sale find, believe it or not. And I love this. This is like malachite, like sort of like a mosaic, I guess you would say. This is very, very heavy. Isn't this pretty? Look at those nice hinges. It's very nicely made. All right, so this is Taxco. So $9.25 Mexico, T for Taxco. I guess that's an M, and then $275 is the registration number. That's beautiful. I didn't pay a lot for this. And I also got these matching earrings with it, which I think are really beautiful. Yeah, this is really a beautiful matching set. Here's some great Marcosite earrings. I love these. I think these are really beautiful. Now, I don't think these are old. I think they're just, you know, made to look old. They sort of have an old-fashioned look to them. Aren't these nice? Yeah, so the mark is in the middle there. I will never be able to show that to you. But how lacy and beautiful, right? So here's a very pretty necklace I got somewhere in my travels. Isn't this nice? I love the workmanship on this one. And this top unscrews. And so this is a little snuff bottle. I think snuff, now I could be wrong, but I think snuff is some sort of like powderized tobacco. So you could just put a little bit in your nose. I guess maybe a long time ago, like hundreds of years ago when snuff began, I don't know, maybe there were like no smoking signs everywhere. I don't know. But for some reason, people could carry it with them and just put it up their nose instead of smoking it. And I'm not sure what that says. Does that say Boma or Doma? Not sure. Now this necklace, I don't think that's probably original to it. I'm not sure what's going on here with the 2 lobster claw catches. It's still a nice necklace though. I just doubt if this came on here originally. But that's sort of unusual. I really like bottle jewelry an awful lot. Speaking of bottles, look at this necklace. I love this little necklace. The stopper comes out. That's some beautiful glass right there. See, there's a dog fur on there. It isn't cracked or anything. Yeah, it's on the inside. I don't know how my dog fur gets everywhere. I have 3 little black chihuahuas. Now, how in the world did it get inside that bottle? This is another pretty chain. Very nice, simple link. But yeah, I love this. Isn't that pretty? You could put some perfume in there or whatever you want. No marks that I saw. But yeah, I love this bottle. Here's an awesome sterling silver and abalone shell pendant. Look at this. It can also be worn as a pin, as you can see right there. And it is made in Mexico. I think that says, yeah, it just said made in Mexico, $9.25, RRB. We could look up who that is. Isn't that pretty? Sort of like a medallion, right? I'm not sure if that's a design or is that a creature? I'm not exactly sure what that is, but this was a yard sale find. This is on a very pretty twisted link here. So the chain is marked $9.25 Italy down there. So this doesn't belong on this because this was made in Mexico. How pretty though. I like that. Interesting. I like the little circles. So here's a beautiful pair of earrings. These are clearly marked Vandel. So Vandel started in the 1930s in Providence, Rhode Island, like many companies. A lot of companies, if they weren't set up and they didn't have their storefronts in Providence, they at least had their factories in Providence, Rhode Island. And this company is still in existence. There's a great collector's market for Vandel. You can see why. How beautiful are these? So I'm going to show you a pretty scary piece of jewelry, so I don't want you to be scared. Boo! Look at this guy. How much do you love this ghost? He's actually friendly. He's not scary, even a little bit. Isn't he fun? So this is Taxco. It doesn't say Taxco. It doesn't need to say Taxco. There's our marking, TP-something. There's some registration mark, the number right there that you can't read anymore. But I found this at a yard sale, and I think I paid $10 for this because, yeah, she knew it was like amazing. And I gladly did pay $10 for this ghost. Very cool. And it came on this necklace part too. So it's marked $9.25 right there. Hopefully you can see that. Isn't he cute though? I've never seen anything like this before. Super fun item, right? So I got this beautiful necklace at a yard sale, and I think it was $1 or $2. It's new with its tag. And it says Agam Treasures right there, made in Israel, sterling silver. So this was likely something that was found at Kohl's or TJ Maxx, possibly. And, oh, that does look like it's TJ Maxx, doesn't it? Not sure, probably. They usually have this, right? With the price, $39.99, compare at $60. So sterling silver and CZs. This is really a beautiful bracelet. Isn't that nice? Yeah, this one looks so pretty on, too. Yeah, that one's killer. So I found this at an estate sale last summer, and I think I may have paid $20 for this because I've never seen anything like it. I'm not sure if you can tell, but this is a bracelet for a baby. It's really small. Let me zoom out. It's really tiny. I think that would be very dangerous, but you know, I don't judge. Isn't that a cute item? So this does test for sterling, and that's likely just a little piece of turquoise right there. That's really cute, actually. So I was at a yard sale going through the jewelry, and I found this necklace, and I said, how much is this necklace? And she goes, you know, it's broken. It doesn't have that amethyst part. So I said, oh, okay. So she said, you can just have it for $2. So let's take a look at this necklace that she said was broken. I don't know. I would not call this broken. Check it out. This. So there is nothing wrong with this necklace. It's very heavy. And I believe this link is called Byzantine. And this has a great little toggle clasp right here. But this is very heavy. And to think that, you know, she just said, well, it's broken. I mean, if it's missing its pendant, it's certainly not broken. Yeah, this is pretty outstanding, I would say. I got a great deal on this one. Then the same summer, I was at a yard sale and I found this one for $1 or $2 also. And this is that same Byzantine link, nice and heavy. And I know this is silver. It's marked somewhere. I'm not going to be able to see it right now, but it is. This is called an S hook, by the way. Two really great bargains right there. This ring is beautiful. It's very interesting, but it kind of makes me a little bit sad. And I'll tell you why. You know, when I go to yard sales, I try to go to as many as I can get in a day. And so I'm moving fast and I'm going through many towns. Sometimes I'm traveling. And so it's an area I'm unfamiliar with. And I was at this yard sale and they had a little bit of jewelry, but they had a very beautiful jewelry box that I bought for $10. And when I got home, it had a secret compartment and it was full of sterling silver rings, which actually made me feel upset. And I wish that I had any idea where on earth her house was, but I never could find it again. Someone's probably still looking for their rings, so I feel bad, but it's not my fault. So I found this little thing in a flea market, and I think I may have paid $10 for this. So this retails for $200. It's marked Madeline 925 right there. This is a company that's still around. And that screw comes off, and this is to keep somebody's ashes in. And yeah, I haven't opened it because I'm afraid somebody's in there. What do I do if someone's in there? I don't want to disturb them, so I just sort of keep it like this. This is a really great idea, I think, for a pendant, so you could always keep your loved one with you. You know, maybe there's even a pet in there. Oh gosh, I don't know. But how pretty. These are really beautifully designed angel wings. This is a lot of nice weight to it also. So here's an awesome warrior or a Kachina. And this was likely purchased on QVC. This was a yard sale find. So there is an R and a sliver moon there, and that is the mark for Relios. But Relios was bought by Carolyn Pollock. So this is a Carolyn Pollock pendant. And this is pretty cool, I think. Don't you love that? Interesting, right? A little bit different. Some nice weight to it. And I think that is very cool. So I was at a yard sale looking through a box of old jewelry, and I saw these earrings, and I said, wow, those are cool. I'm thinking those are Buster Brown, right? Doesn't it look like Buster Brown? But then I found the matching brooch, and I'll show you they're not Buster Brown at all. Here's the matching brooch. So see? They're not. They're just sort of this cool Aztec tribal looking thing here. And so this is marked 0900. I'll try to zoom that in for you. Can you see that? Yeah, so this one is not 925, it is 900. So this is 90% silver. So a little bit less silver than our 925, which is what we're more used to. And you know, it does have a little bit of a different feel to it, but I think this one's really super cool. And it's nice to have these matching screwback earrings with it, I think, too. So here's a pendant that is not silver, and I just wanted to talk about it for a second because it is marked silver. It's actually marked nickel silver. So nickel silver, like German silver or alpaca silver, actually has no silver. It is usually made from copper, nickel, and zinc. So I just wanted to point that out, that if you see something that says nickel silver, it actually has 0 silver in it. So it doesn't mean it's not collectible. You notice this one has a bell, and it says the word Bell, and that stands for the Bell Trading Post. They were an Albuquerque, New Mexico-based company. They started in the early 30s, which was a pretty cool thing to do right in the heat of the Depression, and they lasted to the late 1960s. They were right on Route 66, and there is a little bit of a collector's market for Bell Trading Post. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Not real turquoise either, that's for sure. Here's a beautiful Fleur-De-Lis pendant. How pretty is this? I love that it's a flower, and then within the flower there are other flowers. And it's clearly marked HOB or H-O-B, Mexico 925. Nice textured back. And I love this part. It could really fit a big chain in there. Isn't that a pretty item? I love that one. That's nice. I'm probably going to be putting this one up for bid. Here's a little critter I like. I love my critter jewelry, you know. And this is a little salamander or lizard or gecko or something. It's a cute little sterling silver pendant. Isn't he cute? Look at his feet. I love this one. This was a yard sale find. This one is just the sweetest little bracelet. Look at the tulips. Isn't this nice? So I would call this a link bracelet. You could also call it a panel bracelet. I just love this. There's a single tulip in each little panel here. That's sweet, right? What a nice little bracelet that is. Very girly. I also think this has some nice age to it. Here's some more beautiful pierced earrings. Aren't these gorgeous? So I don't think these are antique either. I think they're just made to look old. Well, that is hard to see, but it says VJA. Beautiful. I love those. These were a yard sale find also. So let's take a look at these very delicate earrings. These little tiny pieces of turquoise. That's called petit-point. And that is something you see from time to time. There is a collector's market for this type of jewelry. Very dainty and delicate. How pretty. Yeah, these are really sweet little earrings, aren't they? And here's another beautiful pair of petit-point turquoise earrings. How lovely are these? The sawtooth setting. Very delicate and girly. And they're pierced too, which is a good thing. Aren't those sweet? Yeah, those are pretty. So I'm kind of crazy about this bracelet. I know it's very simple. It is all jointed, it articulates nicely, and it has all these different colors, semi-precious gemstones. I just love this bracelet. So there's your box clasp and 2 little safety catches. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, I love this bracelet. It's one of my favorite ones, actually. I just love it. This was a yard sale find. Here's a beautiful turquoise ring. So this one is marked, well, it was marked at some point, but you just can't see it anymore. The markings have worn away with time. They were probably right there. It looks like they were. But this is just a really beautiful ring. This was a yard sale find, and it was probably $1, and the reason maybe was because it was not marked, and they did not know it was sterling. Isn't this pretty? This is likely all handmade, right? You see how sort of irregular it looks, like in a wonderful way. Yeah, a very nice artisan must have done this one. I love this one. I think it's really beautifully done. Here's another beautiful abalone shell and sterling silver bracelet. And this one looks nice and old to me. How lovely is this? Whoa, look at all of that tarnish. That wonderful tarnish. So it's marked sterling LS, and it says Mexico sterling, and then a bunch of stuff I can't make out. But this is a wonderfully old bracelet. Love that. This was a yard sale find. So this bracelet's very special, as you can see. This was a thrift store find. It is hinged. I'm going to open it in a minute. But I think this is very unusual, and it is marked Taxco, Mexico inside. It says GRO, and then a bunch of stuff I can't make out, but let's open this. There, a box clasp. Safety chain, too. Let's see if we can see the mark. Oops. Seems like it says GRO, and maybe that says Beso, B-E-S-O. It's upside down. So this is really just completely outstanding. I think the design is so unusual. It almost looks like a modernist take on leaves, and then there's this rope design here going through. Beautifully articulated here on these hinges. Yeah, this is fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming to my video today. I'm so happy that you were here. I hope that this taught you something, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it relaxing. And if you're having a bad day, I hope it cheered you up. I truly, truly do. Thank you so much, everybody. Please hit that subscribe button so I can keep making videos like this one and share some of my awesome jewelry finds with you. Thanks a million, everybody. Have a great day, and hope to see you soon.